Hi, I'm Andrew Stevenson, and in today's video I'm going to show you how you can get even more out of the hard work you've already put in designing these books. And the way to do that is to use existing designs and make more books out of them. So I've showed you ways of changing the background, using the same basic book format, but changing things slightly to niche down. This is going to be slightly different. I'm going to show you how to take the same document and resize it, because there is a market for different sized books, pocket size all the way up to large print. I'll use this book as an example. This is the address book that we made a few videos previous. I will link to it in the cards in the top corner and also in the comments video description down below. But it's really simple, and it's just a nice way to offer more to customers, give them a bit more choice. So this is the document we made. It's the tab document with the address details in, and it is 6 by 9, I do believe. Yep. So we made this 6 by 9. So that's a nice handy pocket size book. The reason you might want to change it to a larger size is because then you can market it to quote unquote seniors, or people who are hard of sight, and that way you can use the same design and the same layout, but you've got a completely different audience. So it is technically a brand new product, but you're going to make it in a couple of clicks. And to do that, we are going to go to the master pages, and we'll need to go into the spread setup. There are a few ways to get there. You can click this here, spread setup. You can right click the page, spread setup. This is a useful way if you want to change individual pages, which you might want to do for a PDF or something. For print, you don't want to be doing it this way, but it's another option. Or you can go to File and Spread Setup there. And we want to change all of the master pages, and then that will ripple through to the rest of the document. So we will go to Selected Pages. So you need to highlight the master page first, and I'll go to Spread Setup. Then Selected Spreads, and we'll just go all the way down to the bottom with the first one selected, and then Shift click on the last. That highlights them all. And we're going to change this to an 8.25 by an 11. That little lock there just locks the ratio, which is fine if you're going to resize to ratio, but we're not, because these are the set sizes that we're using. So unlock that, and it lets you put in any number you want. The next important thing to do is to go into scaling. Now, there are a few different options. Anchor to page simply means when the document resizes, all of the other elements will be anchored to that page. The spread's the same, but it'll be anchored to the spread. We're going to use rescale though. You can use these little dots here to say which area of the page or spread you want it to be anchored to, but we're just going to ignore that, and we're going to go to rescale. Again, there are a few options here. You can play about with them, but the one we're interested in is bilinear. So that's all your pages selected. That's the new dimensions put in. That's the scaling, rescale, bilinear. Click OK. Target pages different size to the master. Would you like to resize to match? Yes. That is because we're technically resizing the master pages. The normal pages are still going to be set at the original ratio until we click yes. This just resizes those pages. And you can see on the left hand side they all change. So that's all the master's done, and I'll just show you the normal pages. So just to show that this is now 8.25 by 11, and that's all of them resized. Now this has worked actually pretty well. Occasionally you will have to make a couple of adjustments as the page grows or shrinks. It will cause a slight little difference in the positioning of the elements, but this still works. Occasionally the image will creep in to the bleed, so you'll have to drag the image out again. We'll do it in a master page just to show you. So occasionally after the resize, it might be up there maybe, and that might happen all the way around the image. The rectangle might be slightly off. You've just got to go around and adjust each image like that. It's simply just dragging. It's better if you don't have to do that, but it is just trial and error. Play about with the other scaling options. You might get better or different results. So this is now a large print version of that book. Everything's been scaled up, so that means that the text has increased in size. I'll just show you that. So that's now 24 point as opposed to, I'll just very quickly undo all of this to get back to the original size, which is this. So that's gone from 20 point to 24 point. It's not a massive difference, but it is enough. It's 25% bigger, so it's enough to call it large print. You can do this with any of the books you've designed. It might take a little bit of tweaking, but we did that in, well, it can be seconds. So it's gone back to 6:9 now. We did that in seconds, and just to show you how easy it is, we'll do it again. Spread setup, unlock that. Now, not only is this handy for resizing to make different versions of the same book, but you can also use it to make hardback copies. Hardback it's still fairly new, and because of that they don't have all the trim sizes. So you may make a book in 8.25 by 11, but that's not suitable for hardback books. So according to the KDP cover calculator, that's what I use just to find out trim sizes. For hardback, the interior trim is only a choice of 5, and that's 5.5 by 8.5. These are inches, by the way. 6 by 9, 6.14 by 9.21, 7 by 10, and 8.25 by 11. So this size is also fine for paperback and hardback. Whereas hardback, there's a lot more choice. So something like, say, 8 by 10 in paperback, you couldn't do that as a hardback unless you reformat and resize. Using this method, it's just a couple of clicks and you're ready to upload hardback and paperback. Please do remember to specify the size changes in your book heading or subtitle. Differentiate from the pocket size version. If you're doing pocket size 6 by 9, you can call it pocket size or put the actual measurement in, or for the larger sizes, large print, or 8.25 by 11, just to help first of all give you different titles so you can keep a track of them. Then it lets the customers know that they are two separate products or more, depending on how many you do. So that is it for today's video, just a short one. It's a really handy hint for just expanding your bookshelf, KDP bookshelf, with more quality books. More books, quality books equals more sales. So that's it for today's video. Please do like the video and comment, and also subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out. Thanks a lot.